In this video, I will tell you the truth that very few know and understand. The truth behind the Last Supper. Many do not comprehend this truth because they see only the physical. Darkness does not comprehend light. If you practice physical rituals for God, thinking that the act itself holds power, you are already in deception. The Jewish people ate manna in the wilderness, a physical bread, and yet they died. Christ warns us of this fundamental difference. And this practice of eating physical bread has an origin that many are unaware of, one that is linked to Roman Catholicism and to the god worshipped by Emperor Constantine, Mithras. It is no coincidence that in many countries, the official corporate name for Roman Catholic diocese includes the word Mitra, as in Mitra Archdiocese. The connection becomes clear. This is also why they celebrate December 25th not as the true birth date of Christ, but as the day of Sol Invictus, the feast of Mithras. The cult of Mithras itself included a ritual meal, where bread and wine were consumed in a physical act of communion. The resemblance is not merely coincidental, it points to the origin of the deception. Now let us turn to the spiritual truth. Jesus says clearly, "Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world." John 6 verses 49 to 51. The flesh of Christ that we must eat is His Word. The bread of life is the incarnate Word of God. To feed on Christ is to absorb, live, and become one with His truth and His teachings. And what does it mean to drink His blood? At the Last Supper, taking the cup, Christ explains, "This cup is the New Testament in my blood, which is shed for you." Luke 22 verse 20. To drink His blood is not a physical act. It is to accept and participate in the new covenant that He sealed with His sacrifice. It is to immerse yourself in the reality of the gospel, the good news of grace, forgiveness, and salvation that were bought by this shed blood. Therefore, Jesus summarizes everything perfectly. "He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. As the living Father hath sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me, even he shall live by me." John 6 verses 56 to 57. And He concludes, so that no doubt remains, "This is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever." John 6 verse 58. Therefore, the true meaning of the Last Supper is not about a periodic performance of drinking a sip of grape juice and eating a piece of bread, following a ritual with pagan origins. The true Last Supper is a daily life. It is to eat the Word and let it become a part of who you are. It is to drink from the new covenant, living in the grace and forgiveness that the blood of Christ has given us. And most importantly, it is to live this and share it with your neighbor. This is true communion. This is the bread that, once tasted, makes us live forever. Jesus used physical means to explain spiritual things and told us, "God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship in spirit and truth, for the flesh profits nothing, but the Spirit gives life." John 4 verse 24.